Yeah. I grew up on just off Euclid, actually, on Hallett Street. I guess it's the culture I know best. That's certainly where I was raised, and I like it's sort of vigorous, sort of not too effete, not too caught up in the suburban rush for material goods. I mean, it's a little more modest. The houses are smaller. You don't have the 5-car garages and stuff like that. It's a little simpler style of life. For most people, it's simply because their incomes are a little lower. But still, I think for many, it's a choice. I mean, we were talking about the 1919 general strike earlier. My granddaddy was one of the people that was in that, and I was proud of that. It's nice to be. There's a history, and there's my folks too. Sort of raised North End, and I grew up with a real pride in sort of the working class roots and working class ideals. I painted for a long time. I'd spent a lot of time doing these paintings. I'd have to charge too much. Painting would take me a month or something like that, and then I'd turn to sell it. And when I sold it, it would be to people who lived in a part of town where me and all the people that were my friends could never see the thing. It went into some large house somewhere, and was gone from our community. And I find the pottery a little easier to stay connected with. I really believe that in a healthy community, the artists are they speak about the values and the important things that the people hold, and in an unhealthy community, the artists are isolated apart from the very people that grew them. Just working with the wood fire it displays the method of making. You can see the marks of the fire. I like to leave the marks of the hand on the work, and I like to use as much as possible local materials so that the work has the feel of the place. And that's sort of my aim with this stuff, is to create something that's rooted in not Manitoba as a political entity, but Manitoba as a place on the earth. I try to draw my decoration, my inspiration for the decoration from the world around me. I don't think you can avoid it, even if you try. But this is Manitoba, and this is prairie. I do a lot of flat. A lot of there's a big horizontal here that if you're doing anything visually, that works into it. And fairly plain too. Prairie is not lush. It's not abundant. It's sort of a little bit on the plain side. It's a little bit fairly close to the bone in terms of the aesthetic. But prairie people love this land, eh? And I think you get it shapes your aesthetic. I had a friend who was severely a severe depressive, and I gave him a pot. He lived in one of the Main Street hotels, And he said, it's going to get broken. He didn't want to take it, but I said, I want you to have this because it's a good one for 3 in the morning when you wake up and things are not looking too great. Just to have sit down and focus your attention on it, because it had worked for me that way. Sometimes it was just a very simple, unassuming brown pot, but it had a dignity to it, and it had a sort of core of strength. But if for the observer quietly living with that thing, that would impart itself, and that's sort of what I'm after. I think most of the potters I know, when they sit down at the wheel, they're attempting some form of spiritual communication. Just like in music, how there's something that gets communicated there. That's there's the notes and there's the pitch and there's all that stuff, but there's also something of the spirit that crosses over, eh? And I think the potters are into the same thing. But I got to admit, for the most part, I don't think about it very much when I do it. I just sort of make it and let the chips fall where they may. But I think a lot of those ideas do inform it.